Good day, everyone. On screen with me here in our Big West Women's Volleyball preview is none other than head coach of Long Beach State Beach, Coach Natalie Reagan. How are you doing today, Natalie?
Good. How are you, Rob?
I'm doing great. Always excited when the 2025 season is knocking on all of our doors right now, but I'm sure you're just as excited as well. But being a first-year coach last season, that means you're going into your sophomore season. I have to ask you, how was the first season in your eyes?
It was great. Very honored, very excited to be here. We had a great year. Of course, there are things we want back, but we're headed into this season with a lot of energy.
Well, with that, last season, I took the number 4 seed in the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship, and had some great play there in the Big West Volleyball Championship. What are your key takeaways after that season?
Oh man, so much. I think first of all, as a team, we grew a ton and went through a lot in the year. When you think about, from the beginning to the end, those 12 months felt like 5 years. So there was a lot of learning taking place, but really, we had a huge senior class. We had 9 seniors. And so to see them off with a great year was really, really important to us, not only with wins, but also off of the court and what we were doing as human beings and as a team. So that was really important. And then personally, big year as the interim head coach and running our staff and learning as we go was a very, very exciting year.
Well, you did actually mention something I was going to touch on there was you have to replace 9 girls. I was going to ask, is it a rebuild or reload season? I think it's kind of everything right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about this a lot, but we're a whole new group. So we lost 9 seniors. We also had a lot of turnover in our team, and I think out of our 18, we're 10 new. So we have 8 returners, and in our staff, we're also 2 new. So it really is a great opportunity for this team to define themselves and step up and be the players that they want to be and not necessarily have been in the past. So there's some really exciting things that come with that.
Well, I know that we're still getting started here, but from what you have seen during the spring season with your 3 players remaining, how do you look to lean on them in 2025?
A lot, yeah. Our returners are going to be really important for us. And, I think in general, the leadership group that we have, there's so much experience here, but also experience at other schools and in their own programs. We have some freshmen coming in that have really, really great experience in their club and high school years. And so we'll lean on that. But we'll also have some returners here in, Elisa Gee, Maddie Maxwell, Maddie Collins, that are going to be really, really important to us. And I think their perspective of this place and myself and how we kind of run the program, it's just elevated in that sense where we're able to redefine some foundational things that we felt like weren't working for us. So it'll be great to have that new perspective.
Well, Elisa Gee is a great piece to have back. I know she had the year off last year, but she definitely got the attention of the rest of the Big West and the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship when it was hosted at Long Beach.
Yes, yeah, she did. I don't know if year off is how she would prefer to classify it. Last year was like torture for her being on the sidelines. But she's had some injuries in the past, and she had a medical red shirt last year. But she is so ready to go and very, very excited for her senior season. And I think, watching back and looking back on 2023 and the impact that she had coming off the bench against Texas, but also starting for us in the Big West finals against Hawaii, she's just an incredible player. So we're very, very fortunate and excited to have her back, not only as a player, but also a leader.
Well, even last year, your Maddies really stepped up their game in a huge kind of way. That's Maddie Maxwell and Maddie Collins. And they give you an option of going with a 6-2 if you wanted to.
Maddie squared. Yeah, we love our Maddies. They love each other. They're both incredible human beings off the court. And so it's really exciting to see them stepping into leadership roles, and they're still so young. But they offer a lot of different skill sets. And I think the capability to run both a 5-1 or a 6-2 and kind of flip in and out is very exciting to us as coaches and gives us a lot of flexibility to define what we need in that moment, in that week, or in that season for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's look forward to some of the new faces you've got on the beach roster in 2025 here. I've got a few transfers, but you're also a very talented freshman. So share a little bit about your athletes here that are going to be the new faces wearing the black and gold.
Yeah, so we're bringing in 4 transfers. We've got Nico Thomas coming in from Abilene Christian. Before that was at CSUN. We've got Pola, who is coming from Syracuse. She is overseas right now playing for her national team. And then we have Laurel coming from San Jose State, one of our liberos, who is no new face to us. She played club with Maddie Maxwell and also Milani Lee, so former teammates there. And then we have Annabelle Kotsukov, who's coming from Boise State. And so we're really excited about bringing in some experience, and their experience at their previous school has been helpful for us also, just culturally and skill-wise, to bring a little diversity to the group. And then you mentioned our freshman class. We've got 6 incoming, 3 of which were with us in the spring. So it was nice to train them and get to know them a little bit more. But this recruiting class is really, really good for us. It was ranked top 15 in the nation for recruiting class, which is the first time Long Beach has had a ranked class in the last 20 years. And it really is going to be cool to see some impact from some true freshmen on the court. One of them being Izzy Mahaffey, a libero, 4-time national champion in the open division at her club. And then also Sydney Hamaker is going to be a really, really impactful arm for us. So we're very excited about that freshman class.
Well, one name that I was trying to get you to say in there, but I'm going to go ahead and drop it for you. Logan King, an opposite here, who's a redshirt freshman. She only got MVP of the U21 World Championship. No big deal. I'm not saying anything about it.
Logan's an incredible player, and I could talk until I'm blue in the face about Logan. Logan, we're calling a returner. So Logan is a redshirt freshman, and it's been great training her for the last year and having her here at Long Beach, getting acclimated. Class of 2024 that was kind of reclassified as 2025, and man, does this kid have a cannon. She is an incredible volleyball mind, but also attacker. So we're very excited. She was beaten up on us throughout the fall in practices, and the whole time we're hitting ourselves on the head like, man, we can't wait to get this kid on the court. So yeah, she's been traveling with the national team, and she'll join us kind of later. But we're very, very excited to have her on the court.
And she's with the national team of Canada, just so we have that clear. We don't want to offend our neighbors to the north. They've got a good product. We don't want to steal her. Yep. So, but yeah, great accomplishment for one of the athletes on the beach. Let me ask you this, Natalie. I was going to ask you what you're most excited about, but I wanted to move towards the opening of your season, because I took a peek at your schedule, and you go you're not going to just kind of warm it up there. You're going to go right into this massive wildfire of Stanford, Oregon State, UCLA, Oregon, and San Diego State. Quite a beefy schedule to kick off the season.
We go right into it. We're not taking any warm-up matches. We open up in the Pyramid against Stanford on August 29th. 2 days later, we play Oregon State at home, and then the very next day, we're playing UCLA at home. So it really is hit the ground running. And I got to say, to have a group that's ready to lean into a schedule like that just means the world to a coach. We talk a lot about being all in and balling out. All in, ball out is kind of our slogan now. And it's so important that we do that from the beginning. Hosting the Big West tournament this year is really big for us, and we're very honored to have it here. But that means we got to pack the Pyramid early. And so those matches not only will prepare us for the end of the season, but hopefully we can be ready to compete in a very, very exciting opening weekend.
Well, I definitely want to move on because it's a great transition. I was going to ask you that same question. Long Beach State is going to host the Hawaiian Islands Presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Women's Volleyball Championship at the Walter Pyramid again. I was there 2 years ago. It was a phenomenal and exciting venue to be at for volleyball. I want you to expound on that, because we really want to get so many eyes on this event because Long Beach does a phenomenal job. They've hosted men's national championships, and now they're hosting the conference championships. So share a little more what you got, Coach Natalie.
Yeah, I mean, our facilities, our admin do an incredible job of hosting in this facility, and it's no easy task, as we all know. But having the experience of the men's side and also, you know, the passion and the dedication from this department, from this city, has been really, really helpful to be able to host again. And I think it's a great environment for volleyball. And we talk a lot about, you know, growing the sport and expanding the views on it, and not only live, but also in television. And this is a place that can help do that. So it's a really, really big priority for us to give back to the community. And I think bringing high-level volleyball here on a consistent basis is a huge part of that.
Well, that's an excellent time for sure. People get that on your calendars. I guarantee you won't be, don't miss it. It's
no Thanksgiving vacations, people. You're right here in the pyramid.
Yeah, that's right. Visit Long Beach, right? You're pulling for the city tourism board. I want to ask you particularly about what we could see in Big West play here in the 2025 season. We know it's been highly competitive, but I always love getting the coaches' viewpoints on that.
Yeah, I'm so honored to be a part of the Big West. I think this is a conference that is growing and has been really competitive in the last few years and is only getting better. And when we talk about, you know, rankings of conferences, I think we're up there in the top 5, top 10. So that's something that's a huge priority to us. And I know all of our coaches are dedicated to making that better. And just watching the tight races last year that we had with all of the ties and tiebreakers and back and forth of rankings was really exciting in that sense. So I anticipate the same level of competition. I think, you know, the brand of volleyball coming out of Long Beach is a really unique one. It's a really, really fun environment. And, you know, we as coaches, we always talk about we're here too much. We do this too much to not have fun with it. So we bring a lot of that like lightness and joy to the gym. There's always music bumping and high fives and smiles happening. So to have the right balance of smiles and laughs and joy, and also being able to lock in and be competitive and fiery, is a really, really important key for us this year.
Well, not only is it better with the conference championship or the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship, it's also getting bigger, which is what I wanted to ask you about. The Big West expands by 3 more teams: Sacramento State, CBU, and Utah Valley. What are your thoughts on the direction of the Big West?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard and sad to see Hawaii and Davis leave. You know, they've been a big part of this conference for a long time. But on the other side of it, I'm incredibly happy that we're growing and expanding. I think that's a great sign that the Big West is headed in the right direction. When you look at, you know, the landscape of college athletics right now, there is so much change, and in the positive and the negative side of it. So to see the Big West growing is great, and to have some competitive teams added is also really exciting. It's going to be great to see kind of where that takes us in the next few years.
And one final question for you. It's the question that seems to get the coaches hesitant. It's one of those, what is your only the bold Big West Conference prediction? Could be anything.
I don't know how bold it is, but Long Beach winning in the Pyramid Saturday after Thanksgiving. I don't know if that's an upset or a hot take, but we're very, very confident that we can come in the conference this year. So it's not going to be easy. We've got a lot of really tough teams in the Big West this year, but it's something that we're locked in and got our eyes set on.
All right, Coach Nat, I love calling you that because that's your handle on Instagram. But some rather big news, not only for the Long Beach State family, but for the Reagan family. Why don't you drop that for us here, since we're all happy for you?
Yeah, it'll be an exciting fall for us. I'm pregnant, so my husband and I will be expecting our first child in January, and it's going to be a big belly fall for Long Beach and myself.
Definitely some great news. Congratulations to you and your husband and the growing of not only the Reagan family, but the Long Beach State family.
Thank you. Yeah, we're so excited. And I have to mention, this conference, it's such a great place to be as a young female and starting a new family. the support from the other female head coaches in this conference has just been incredible. And to see these role models and mothers accomplishing it every day, I'm honored to join that crew and kind of show the world what it's like one day at a time. Because I am an open book. If anyone has any questions, follow along for a fun season.
Sounds wonderful. You've got 18 built-in babysitters as well as coaching staffs and other coaches in the Big West. So all of us are so happy for you.